everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, as always. So it's question of the week, and so today I wanted to talk about white meat versus red meat. I recently had an assessment with someone, and they mentioned that, we were talking about diet and stuff, and they mentioned that they, stick to white meat. And, so we talked about some other things, and I just casually asked, like, why do you just stick with white meat? Sometimes people have people have various reasons for it, which, are all fine. And she said, well, the reason why I stick with white meat is because I think it's healthier than red meat. And so I stopped her and I was like, that's not true. So that's the question of the week. Is white meat healthier than red meat? And the short answer is no. Does it have a little bit less fat on it? Yeah. But it doesn't have the nutrient profile that red meat does. And red meat, not only are there more nutrients in it, those nutrients are way more bioavailable than in like a supplement. And so this whole like red meat is bad for you thing, it came about a while back, like 70s, 80s. I think there were like some studies done and some meta-analyses, and they, looked at, red meat consumption and longevity on heart disease and stuff. And there was this correlation between red meat and earlier death and heart disease and stroke and stuff. And now, if you know any scientists, you know that they should say, that causation does not necessarily equal correlation, or correlation does not necessarily equal causation, which means that just because things line up, just because there's a correlation between two things, doesn't mean that one caused the other. And what these studies didn't take into account was for one, they were done as observational studies and as like self-reported studies, which are notoriously unreliable. So it's not like they were double-blind placebo trials or anything like that. They were just a bunch of people writing on a piece of paper, this is what I ate today. And so it's not super reliable. And they didn't take any other considerations into account that, maybe people that eat red meat don't, maybe they also tend to not care about other aspects of health. Like maybe they smoke cigarettes, maybe they eat junk food a lot. Maybe, they're not necessarily eating like a steak and salad. They're eating a burger and French fries, because they didn't take into account like what the form that red meat was. So if you're eating a bunch of like cheeseburgers and French fries, from a fast food joint, that's completely different than eating a T-bone or porterhouse steak with a side salad. So they didn't really, those studies didn't take any of that into account. And there have been more studies since then showing that no, there isn't necessarily a correlation between red meat consumption and heart disease or earlier death or anything like that. So making a long story short, not that this has been that long, but if you want to eat red meat, but obviously be smart about it. And it's the same as like, if you're gonna like eat a chicken breast, don't eat a chicken breast from like the chicken breast sandwich from McDonald's that's slathered in whatever sauces and blah, blah, blah. And with a side of fries, eat a grilled chicken breast with, a vegetable. And so, yeah, but really a steak is way better than a chicken breast anyway. And chicken thighs are way better than chicken breast. And that's a whole nother thing is like white or light meat versus dark meat. Not necessarily better. Go for the thing that tastes, go for the steak. I can't stand chicken breasts. I haven't eaten one in, God, I don't remember the last time I ate a chicken breast, to be honest. I go with thighs and I go with red meat, with either steak or lamb chops or something. So yeah, so I just wanted to clear that up for everyone, is that that red meat is actually, obviously, as long as you're not eating it in like burger and fries form, red meat is excellent for you. Like a big juicy steak is excellent for you. Go for it. Enjoy it, and don't feel bad about it, because there's really good nutrients in that that isn't necessarily in a chicken breast. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If it helped you, please, if you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button, subscribe, share it. If you're watching on Rumble, hit the Rumble button, share it, follow me. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will be back tomorrow with some really exciting news about the gym. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If you're in Vermont, stay warm. The weather's gonna turn around soon. And I'll see you all later. Bye.